Can you want to tell everybody what your name is?
Luna.
Luna. Yeah. And your mom's has a baby in her tummy? And what's her baby's name?
Twinkle.
Twinkle, because she's going to twinkle like the stars around the moon, because you're the moon? I think that's pretty cool. So I'm going to read Luna, you, a book. It's called Hello Baby by Jenny Overend. Overend? Yeah. So this is a book about a mom like your mom who has a baby. And it says, "We've been waiting a long time for this day. Mom, Dad, Bee, Janie, and me. Mom's got pains in her tummy, and that means her baby is ready to be born. Bee and Janie are making a giant bed for the fire, by the fire for Mom and the baby." See all the big brothers and sisters? And they're getting excited because look, does that mom's belly look a little bit like your mom's belly? Yeah, she's taking a video of us, isn't she? It says, "I helped Mom put the baby's clothes out onto the table. The socks are tiny enough to fit on my thumbs. Tonight we'll be dressing the baby in its new clothes. Jack," Mom says to me. The little boy telling the story must be named Jack, huh? "Tonight we'll be dressing the baby in its new clothes, Jack," Mom says to me. "It's hard to imagine. I wonder if it's a boy or a girl. I would like a brother." What are you wanting? Do you want a brother or sister?
A sister.
And is it? Do you know if it's a sister?
I'm going to have a baby sister.
You want to have a baby sister, yeah. "Bobo is barking." That must be their dog, huh? "That must be the midwife, Anna, arriving."
Look.
Oh, is she out there? Yeah, look in the trees. That's the mom, isn't it?
With the baby.
With the baby still in her tummy, huh? It's wild outside. There's a roaring wind and the clouds are racing madly. I feel like racing too. "I'm going for a walk in the wild wind," said Mum. "It'll help the baby along." "I think if I was a baby listening to that wind, I'd want to stay inside, Mum, floating in the warm water." What do you think you'd want to do?
I'm going to study
You what?
that.
Anna, that's the midwife. They said Anna's the midwife who's coming. Do you know what my name is?
What?
You told me when you came in. What's my name?
Sharon.
Yeah, that's right. Anna is spreading all her things out on the table. There's a special microphone for listening to the baby's heart and oxygen in case the baby needs it. Do you remember we just did that with your mom? And Anna's listening to the little boy's heart too. You want me to listen to your heart?
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Janie is talking to Nan on the phone, telling her that Mum is fine. "We'll need to bring in some more wood, Jack," Dad says. "The room has to be really warm for a new baby. Our neighbor Harry dropped us off a load of wood last week. He said it was a present for the baby. I thought it was a strange present then, but I don't now." Do you have any fires at your house? Do you have a fireplace? Or not? Some people do and some people don't.
I don't.
No? "Mum's back at last. I tell Dad I think Mum should sit down and rest, but he says she will probably keep walking."
She's hugging Benjamin down with.
She's hugging her husband or the baby's. Does he think he's the dad of the baby?
Yeah, Dad.
Yeah. And she does round and round the living room.
Yeah.
She stops every now and then and leans on Dad.
Yeah, she's bending to Dad to hug him.
Yeah. Do you think that maybe that helps her not feel so much pain?
No.
Does he help her feel strong and like she's okay to get the baby out? Because it's hard work. Auntie Meg, Mum's sister, arrives. She has a pot of soup and a bunch of yellow and orange poppies. She puts the soup by the fire and sits next to me, holding my hand. "When will the baby come?" I ask her. "Soon," she says. Bea and Janie both saw me being born, but I've never seen anyone born. Mom has told me that she might make a lot of noise, but I mustn't worry because that's what it's like when babies are born. She feels better if she yells and screams. Have you ever heard your mom yell and scream? No. Would that make you feel scared if you heard your mom yell and scream? Yeah, it's kind of hard because it's such hard work. Like if you're having to do something really, really, really hard, sometimes you need to make some noise.
Like.
Mom's stopped walking now and is leaning on Dad by the fire, rocking from side to side. And she's right. Every few minutes she yells so loudly the whole town will know we're having our baby today. See, they're all helping her now. She's probably pretty excited. Everybody looks excited. What's happening now? Just then the phone rings. I answer it, but I can't hear who it is because Mom is still yelling. I yell, "Mom's having a baby!" as loudly as I can, and I feel much better. The person hangs up. I would too if I heard that noise on the other end of the phone. Auntie Meg is calling me. Quick, quick, the baby's head is coming out. Look at that. I kneel down near Mum and see a round black shape between her legs. Mum's pushing and yelling. Suddenly there's a little red scrunched up face. I'm twisting Bee's jumper into a knot. She doesn't notice. She's got tears running down her face.
I can see a baby.
But she doesn't wipe them off. Janie is looking a bit white, and Dad can't see the baby because he's supporting Mum. I watch as Anna holds the baby's head, helping it out. What? The baby's just getting ready to come out. Look!
It's a boy.
Is it? The baby slips into Anna's hands and she lifts the cord from around the baby's neck, and I can see it's a boy. And then I hear a little sound like a kitten meowing. "Hello, baby," I say quietly. "Hello." Ah. Dad is helping Mom onto the bed. She is shaking. Dad wraps her up. Mom lies against the cushions. A little boy, Mom says, crying and smiling. Yeah. At the same time, she holds him close against her breast. Dad tucks the blanket around them. He's crying too. Have you ever seen your dad cry? Do you think he ever has cried in his whole life?
No.
Never. No. Sometimes dads cry when they see their baby for the first time, but it's not because they're sad. It's because they're really, really happy. Have you ever cried because you were happy? Really? Me too. Anna gently pulls on the cord between Mom's legs. Oh, did you find a baby in a tummy? And out comes a big purple and red shape. Oh, I wonder what that is. The placenta, says Anna. She lays it out on a dish and looks at it carefully. Beautiful, she says. A very healthy placenta. Lucky baby. You can cut the cord now, Anna says to Dad.
What is that?
He uses special strong scissors. Mom is leaning back watching our new baby. What do you think? She says.
What is that?
Great. I say, well, that is the placenta that comes out after the baby, and that is like what it's called an organ, and it helps get the food and the oxygen and everything that the baby needed to grow from the mom. But after the baby's born, it doesn't need it anymore because it can breathe in the air and drink milk from the mommy's breasts. But when it's inside, that's how it gets all its food and its air and everything it needs to grow and be healthy and strong.
And why the baby comes after that?
Why does the baby come after that?
Uh-huh.
Actually, the baby comes out first, and then when the baby's out, then the placenta comes out next.
Why?
Because it doesn't need it anymore, but it needs it until the baby comes out. So it's still working inside while the baby's coming out. But once the baby's out and it doesn't need it anymore, then it comes out. Does that make sense? Yeah. Anna gently takes the baby down by the fire and dresses him. The tiny clothes look too big. It is very dark now, and the wind has dropped. Auntie Meg kisses Mum and leaves. Anna gathers up all her things and hugs Mom. I'll be back tomorrow, she says. Dad gets more firewood and makes us toast and soup. He puts on some music. I wonder what kind of music he put on. I eat in bed with Mum. She isn't hungry, but she needs a drink. Thirsty work having babies, she says to me. Janie's getting our sleeping bags. We're all sleeping by the fire tonight. The music finishes. The only sound is the fire. Have you ever listened to a fire? Does it make noise? It's kind of a crackling, popping noise sometimes. Dad finds a nightlight on the wall, or he lights a nightlight on the wall. I lie for a long time in my sleeping bag, watching the fire, which make patterns on everyone's faces. Slowly, we all stop talking. I can see the baby's head on Mum's shoulder. He's between Mum and Dad, which is where I like to be. I sneak out of my bag and hop in next to Dad. It's warm. He cuddles me in. I bet the baby's warm too. Good night, baby, I say. This is your first night in the world. Good night. Did you like that? Did you learn anything? What did you learn? Is there something that you found out that you didn't know before?
Honey.